Listen carefully, because this is not a motivational speech you play in the background and forget. This is a warning, a challenge, and a mirror held straight in front of your soul. There is a beast inside you that you have been starving for years, a force you keep locked in chains, because comfort feels safer than greatness. And today I'm not here to inspire you softly, I'm here to wake that beast up violently. Because the world does not reward potential, it rewards execution. And right now you are standing at a dangerous edge, where your future is decided not by talent, not by luck, not by destiny, but by whether you finally stop negotiating with weakness and start obeying discipline. Because let me tell you something nobody tells you honestly. Your life will not change when you feel ready. It will change when you get tired of your own excuses. When the pain of staying the same becomes heavier than the pain of growth. When you realize that comfort is the real enemy, that ease is the silent killer of dreams, and that every day you delay becoming who you are capable of being. You are betraying the version of you that could have changed everything. You see, the beast inside. You was never meant to live a small life. It was built to dominate chaos, to thrive under pressure, to stand tall when everyone else bows down to fear. But somewhere along the way you learn to shrink yourself. You learn to explain away your hunger. You learn to lower your standards. And you started calling survival peace and average balance, when in reality, you were just afraid of what would happen if you went all in. Afraid of failing publicly. Afraid of being judged. Afraid of losing comfort, but here's the brutal truth. Fear never disappears. It only changes masters. And right. Now fear owns you. Fear decides when you wake up. Fear decides how hard you work. Fear decides how big you dream. And fear keeps the beast sedated while the clock keeps moving forward. Because time does not care about your intentions. Time does not wait for motivation. Time does not slow down when you are confused. It keeps moving. Stealing opportunities, stealing chances, stealing versions of your future you will never meet if you don't act now. Unleash the beast means you stop asking for permission. It means you stop waiting for perfect conditions. It means you stop needing applause before you move. It means you understand that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you confidence. Nobody is going to believe in you before you believe in yourself. And even then, belief is not enough. Belief without action is just imagination. And imagination without execution is a lie you tell yourself to sleep better at night. The beast inside you is not soft. It doesn't care about your mood. It doesn't need motivation. It runs on commitment. It feeds on discomfort. It grows stronger every time you do the thing you don't feel like doing. Every time you wake up when it's hard. Every time you push when your body wants to quit. Every time you say no to distractions and yes to your purpose. And understand this clearly. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect in action. It is proof that you value your future more than your present comfort. Look around. You really look. Most people live their entire lives on pause, scrolling, watching, wishing, consuming the success of others, while their own potential rots quietly inside them. And the tragedy is not that they fail. The tragedy is that they never truly try. They never unleash what they are capable of. They never test their limits. And then one day, they wake up old, tired, and full of regret, wondering what would have happened if they had just pushed a little harder, believed a little stronger, stayed consistent a little longer. But you are not here to live that story. You are here to rewrite it. And rewriting it requires violence against your old habits, aggression against your laziness, and absolute war against your excuses. Unleash the beast means you accept that growth is lonely, that the path will be silent, that there will be days nobody checks on you, nobody claps for. You Nobody understands you. And you still show up. Because you are not doing this for validation. You are doing this for transformation. You are doing this to become undeniable. To reach a level where your results speak louder than your words ever could. Remember this. Every great transformation begins in isolation, in darkness, in moments where you feel invisible. Because pressure creates power, and resistance builds strength, and the very struggle you are trying to avoid is the training ground for the version of you that can handle success. Unleash the beast also means you stop romanticizing motivation and start respecting consistency. Because motivation comes and goes, but consistency builds empires. Consistency changes bodies. Consistency sharpens minds. Consistency separates the obsessed from the average. And the beast understands this. It doesn't ask, can I? It asks, how fast? It doesn't complain. It adapts. It doesn't wait. It attacks. You must become dangerous. Not to others, but to your old self. Dangerous to your doubts. Dangerous to your comfort zone. Because a comfortable you will never be a powerful you. And a powerful you is what your future demands. Understand that the world is not unfair. It is just brutally honest. It rewards those who are willing to bleed for their goals, who are willing to sacrifice sleep, pleasure, and short-term happiness for long-term fulfillment. And if you are not willing to do what others won't, you will spend your life wanting what others have. Unleash the beast and you stop lying to yourself. You stop saying tomorrow. You stop saying one day. Because one day is the language of people who never arrive. And tomorrow is the favorite word of procrastination. And deep down you know it. You feel it in your chest every time you avoid the work. Every time you choose comfort over growth. Every time you ignore that inner voice telling you that you were meant for more. That voice is the beast. And it's tired of being ignored. Tired of watching you play small. Tired of seeing you waste your gifts. Tired of seeing you doubt yourself while less capable people win simply because they showed up and refused to quit. Unleash the beast means you decide, once and for all, that quitting is no longer an option, that excuses are no longer acceptable, that mediocrity is no longer tolerable, and that your standards will rise even when your motivation falls. Because standards outlast feelings. You don't need more time. You don't need more resources. You don't need more confidence. You need more courage. The courage to start imperfectly, to fail publicly, to look stupid while learning, to struggle in silence while building strength. Because every master was once a beginner who refused to stop. Unleash the beast and you will feel resistance. Your mind will fight back. Your habits will resist change. People will question you. Your past will try to pull you back. But that resistance is confirmation, not a warning. It means you are finally moving forward. It means you are finally becoming a threat to your old limitations. Remember this moment. Because moments like this are rare. Moments where truth hits harder than comfort. Where clarity cuts through confusion. And if you ignore this, you will go back to sleep, back to scrolling, back to wishing. But if you act, if you take even one disciplined step today, you begin a chain reaction that changes everything. Because momentum is powerful, and small, consistent actions compound into massive results. Unleash the beast, and stop waiting for life to be easy, because it never will be. But you can become stronger, sharper, more disciplined, more focused, more relentless. And when you do, life doesn't get easier. You get better. And that is the difference between those who survive and those who dominate. The beast inside you is not a monster. It is your true self. The version of you that refuses to settle, refuses to quit, refuses to be average. And the only question left is this: how much longer will you keep it locked away? Because every second you delay, the cost gets higher, and one day the opportunity to become who you could have been will be gone forever. So don't wait for permission. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because this is the moment. This is the call. This is the line in the sand. Unleash the beast, and let the world deal with the consequences. And understand this clearly as you move forward from this moment. The beast does not wake up once and stay alive forever. It must be fed daily with effort, sacrifice, and relentless honesty. Because the moment you relax your standards, the moment you start negotiating with comfort again, it goes back to sleep, and life will gladly put you back in chains. This is why most people get one burst of motivation then disappear. Because they wanted intensity without endurance, results without patience, glory without grind. But the beast is built for the long war, not short hype. And if you truly unleash it, you accept that this is a lifestyle, not a phase. That there are no finish lines, only new levels. And every level demands a stronger version of you. There will be days you feel empty, days you feel behind, days you feel like nothing is working. And those are the exact days the beast matters most. Because showing up when you feel good is easy. But showing up when everything in you wants to stop is what separates legends from spectators. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be relentless. You don't need to win every day. You need to refuse to lose the war. Because consistency beats talent when talent lacks discipline. And hunger beats intelligence when intelligence gets lazy. Let the beast remind you that pain is temporary, but regret is permanent. That suffering with purpose is better than comfort with shame. And that every drop of effort you invest now becomes strength you can rely on later. Stop asking how long it will take. Stop counting days. Stop looking sideways at others. And keep your head down until your results force the world to look at you differently. Because when the beast is fully unleashed, you won't need to announce it. Your work ethic will, your growth will, your silence will. And one day you'll realize the fire you were searching for outside was always burning inside you, waiting for permission to burn everything that stood in your way.